Welcome back to a new video game pickups list. And first I'm gonna figure I'd show a couple of new movie pickups I got. One, Shazam, and a film I feel it's overly hated and underrated, X-Men Dark Phoenix. So the newest additions to my comic book movies. Now let's get on with it. First up is a recent pickup I made on eBay. Yeah, it didn't have the original case, but given the price, it's not too bad. And that pickup is none other than Gex, of course, a classic platformer. Also, of course, made with Crystal Dynamics. And yeah, this is the 3DO version of the game. That's one of the reasons I picked it up, was because it's not always easy to come by reasonably priced 3DO games. So it was definitely a nice find. Next is the sequel to the original Myst game, which I have on actually the 3DO. But I picked this up because I got it for a really good price. And yeah, this is more or less, you might as well just call it Myst 2. On the PlayStation 1, also I believe it was released on the Sega Saturn as well. But this is the cheaper version of the game. Plus, I like occasionally trying to add some PS1 to my collection. Plus, I actually like the Myst series. I had Myst 1 and 4, so I want to add Myst 2 to my collection. And next, for the PS2, actually, Myst 3, so now I have all four of the original Myst games. Yep, and you read that right, Ubisoft. And I got this for a very good price as well. I believe this was like $6. It's in... Excuse me. Got it for a really... But yeah, $6, not bad. I got Myst 2 for like $5 or $6, so yeah. The Myst games are not super expensive, and if you like puzzle games, this is definitely a good series. And I appreciate puzzle games because it actually requires using your brain, which I actually enjoy that. Next up, we have Samurai Legend Musashi. Now, this is technically like a reimagining, if you will, slash sequel to the original game on the PS1. But strangely enough, this game plays and kind of reminds me a bit of actually the Kingdom Hearts games, which is interesting. Of course, obviously made by Square Enix. And yeah, it uses, though, a bit more of a cel-shading art style, which I do like cel-shade games. This was one of probably the earliest cel-shading RPGs out there on the market. But seriously, if you ever get a chance to actually pick up and play this game, well, as long as you have like a PS2 or something, I definitely recommend picking it up. It's actually a really solid game, and you can get for a pretty good price as well. If you're a Square fan also, it's definitely a must collect. Next, exclusive to the original Xbox, based on, of course, the TV series, obviously, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And yeah, the first game, this was exclusively only released on the original Xbox. It's actually a really fun game overall, because I've played this game back a while ago, back in like, I believe it was the mid-2000s, so well over 10 years ago. So I'm just glad I recently came across a mint-condition copy for a bargain price. So it's nice to finally have this back in my collection. Because I will say, Buffy the Vampire Slayer game is good. If you were a fan of the TV series, I highly recommend picking up a copy of this. And it won't cost you an outrageous sum of money. On average, you should be able to find a copy under $20. So definitely pick it up while it's still reasonably priced. Second to last, regular pickups. The one and only Castlevania fighting game that ever existed. And funny enough, this only came to my attention recently. I didn't even realize this existed, but strangely enough, it is exclusively to the Wii, which is unusual. There aren't exactly many exclusive fighting games to the Wii. I don't know why they didn't bring it also to, like, the 360 or PS3. But still, I ended up picking up as soon as I found out about the existence of this game. And yeah, there's a little price tag on it. So yeah, I got this for a really, really cheap price. I haven't tried it yet. Eventually I will. I definitely look forward to trying out, just to see mechanic-wise, just to see how the game plays and what it reminds me of. Last but not least, it's a game I already have on the Xbox One. But when I found this for a really good price recently for PS4, I was like, yep, had to pick it up again. Because it's a good game, highly underrated, and it was one of my favorite games of 2018. But anyways, that's it for this episode of Video Game Pickups. Stay tuned in the near future for another Nintendo Switch edition of Video Game Pickups. And by the way, out there, I appreciate a lot the support and positive response to my first Nintendo Switch Pickups video. So thank you for that. And thank you for the positive response on so far my first couple of videos involving the Nintendo Switch. I will in the near future try to work on more Nintendo Switch videos. And oh yes, my next, well, I'll make an announcement in my next vlog what my second video game review will be for the Nintendo Switch. So I'll see you next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.